I'm going to show grafting together the toe of this sock. And by grafting, you are building a row of knitting in between the stitches that are on the toe of your sock. Your pattern will have you get to the point of having the bottom half of your stitches on one needle and the top half of your stitches on the other one, and then it will tell you to graft the toe or Kitchener stitch the toe, and I'm going to show you how you do that. So I've got about a 10-inch tail threaded on my darning needle, and I'm going to go purlwise through this first stitch and pull that through. And I leave that stitch here. Then I'm going to go knitwise through the stitch on the back needle and pull that one through. Then back to the front needle. I'm going to go into this stitch, this time knitwise, and slide it off of the needle. And then I'm going to go into the next stitch on this front needle, purlwise, leaving it on the needle this time. Then I'm going to move to the back needle. I'm going to go into this back stitch purlwise and take it off, and then go into the next stitch knitwise, but leave it on this needle. Just push that so it's not quite so close to the tip. All right, so I'm going to go back to the front. The front first stitch gets taken off knitwise, and then you go into the second stitch purlwise and pull through. Going to the back needle now, take this one off purlwise and go through the next one knitwise. You leave that one on. Okay, so back to the front. Knitwise and off, purlwise, and leave it. Then to the back one, purl and off, and knit and leave. Front, knit, off, purl, leave, back, purl, off, knit, leave. Front, knit, off, purl, leave, back, purl, off, knit, leave. Front, knit, off, purl, leave, back, purl, off, knit, and leave. Knit off, purl, leave, purl, off, knit, leave. Knit off, purl, leave, purl, off, knit, leave, knit off, purl, leave, purl off, first one just slid off my needle there. Okay, so now knit this stitch off. It's kind of split. Okay, knit off, purl, leave, purl off, knit, leave, knit off, purl, leave, and purl off, knit, leave, and then because you only have these last two here, you're going to knit off, that side's done, and then you're going to purl off, then this side's done, and you pull it through. And so you can see that you've got a new row of knitting that just kind of undulates from one side to the other of that last row, or last two rows of knitting. So if you need to adjust the tension of your new row that you put in there, you just kind of tug at the loose spots and then work your way across the row until you get to where the tail is coming out, and then you just snug up the tail. You secure this and weave the end in, and you've got a very smooth toe seam grafted for your sock. So I repeated it all the way across so that you could start to hear or anticipate how it was going to be, get the rhythm of it. It's knit and off, purl and leave, purl and off, knit and leave. And it's that way all the way across, except for the very first stitch. You start at the second half of each of those directions. So for the very first stitch, it's purl and leave and knit and leave. And then you start off with the knit off, purl and leave, purl off, knit and leave, all the way across. And then at the very last stitch, it's just knit off the front and purl off the back. But that is how you do grafting. Thank you.